Three, two, one. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ever across the multiverse and the quantum realm? My name is Anthony Sims. This is,
Samantha Fox.
and this is Closet Content. We're gonna have the kazoois, the trumpets, all the fanfare. Samantha, Sam or Samantha? What do you prefer?
Actually, as I've gotten older, I like Samantha,
We'll take
but
it.
I don't
Samantha's
really
easier
care.
for me.
Sam Fox,
Samantha's easier
whatever.
for me. Unless I say Sam Fox, but Samantha's way easier for me.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
It's been thank you for coming. Honestly, thank you for pulling up. It's been what, 2 years?
I think.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
2 years.
I do recall.
You were a great guest. Last time we were here, last time you were here, I live here, so I'm always here.
Yeah.
Last time you were here, we talked about mindfulness, implicit bias, so much great content. I think it was like really good conversations, and not to be a slimy YouTube bull, but your videos, like the shorts I made of you, are like my highest rated shorts on YouTube.
Oh, that's
Yes,
so. What? I need to check that out.
yeah, I don't
That's
think I ever told you
awesome.
that.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
so
Thank you.
yeah, so thank you for the content. So I definitely, I'm glad we linked up and want to do this again. And we are going to talk a little bit more. I think those were bigger ideas that we were talking about, bigger concepts. We kind of hone in a little bit more today and talk about like you and some of the things that you're doing. Some things that you're more like involved in, which I think are pretty neat. But how you been?
How have I been?
Yeah,
How does anyone ever answer that question?
I know that's a bit like
Honestly,
a loaded
how you
question.
like? Well, to keep it short and sweet, I've been busy as heck.
Yeah,
I'm tired as heck.
yeah,
But it's always good to be busy, but
yeah,
at the same time, we're trying to prioritize the self-care.
yeah.
And I mean, I feel blessed every day. I think life is a gift, straight up, not even
Heck yeah.
to be corny,
Not even
because
to be.
it's okay to be corny.
Yes, being corny is cool.
Being corny is cool.
Yeah,
And
being cool is a
yeah,
new corny.
life is a lot, honestly, at the moment, but I've got opportunities and blessings every which way
Yeah,
because no matter what, it's all about how you look at it.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna butcher that expression, but they always say like, don't complain about having a full plate when the goal was to eat or whatever.
Be for real.
So
And honestly, yeah, the plate is really full sometimes and sometimes I need a minute. I
yeah,
think it's all right to have a minute. Things are just
yeah.
they are going and we are going and that's all I can really ask for.
That's
Feeling pretty
actually
good.
a perfect segue, like a small little no kidding, segue.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That's a good segue, because like I said, you've been doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, you said you're pretty busy, and you dropped some knowledge on me the other day. Usually, at this part of the show, I'm like, "What are you watching? What are you listening to? And what are you reading?" Right? So we're gonna skip all that. What are you watching? What are you listening to? We'll talk about the reading aspect. You are a published author, and I
Yeah.
always say that word wrong. I say Arthur, a published author.
Yes.
What the freaking heck is that about?
So I actually pulled up
And can we get an excerpt?
so a little excerpt. I have actually kind of resisted writing for a really long time. It's kind of like that thing where you're doing something, but to me, it feels like I'm in a dream and I'm running in that dream and I can't reach it, but it's
Yeah,
because I don't want to.
I hate that feeling.
And so I just resisted writing. I felt like I could never process my emotions that way and get things out because I just didn't. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
And then one day, my friend Gigi, she actually was like, "You should come to this nonprofit like little video talk thing on Tuesday called Great Dames." And I looked it up.
Great names.
This is what it says. "We believe in the power of conversations to create change because real conversations foster learning and drive us to action, especially when inspired by amazing women. Proceeds from these events go to causes that empower women and girls designated by the speakers." So it's basically about just powerful topics that people
Yeah.
get to share, stories that they've written. And there are people that are young all the way up to, I mean, we had somebody who was like 80 years
Yeah.
old read a story, and then the daughter will be on there too. And it's just an awesome community. But Robert Ford, who actually is the person who created this, he's from the UK, and he connected with me because I decided to write one morning
Hmm.
and I just let it spill out. I
Yeah.
just started writing stuff down, like, but I used my computer at work. I was like, I got the feeling I think I want to write and talk about things, so I'm going to do it. And it was actually a really great exercise to do in the morning.
Hmm.
Now I see why people write
Yeah.
because it helps. It honestly helps you get all your jumbled thoughts out, and it helps you process trauma. It's
Hmm.
a form of rewriting and just recreating and rewiring, and I love growth. So
Yeah.
with that being said, it inspired me to be really vulnerable and write about something really powerful. But this was what was something that happened to you that was really that made you or something like that.
Mhm.
And so I started writing. I created the title "A Little Bit of Grit and a Whole Lot of Grace." And when I sent this to Robert to kind of proofread it for me, he I was almost scared of the reaction that I
Yeah.
would get, not in like a judgmental or an assumption type of manner, but in a I'm being super vulnerable.
Mhm.
And what's crazy is I express a lot of the time people should be vulnerable and it's okay to be and all. And I am very transparent, but when I gotta get down and really into my shit and my childhood and stuff,
Mhm.
some things they just kind of lock my body up, and that's
Can't do
where
it.
I'm like, oh, spit. Um, but through writing, I was able to get over that. And his response was he could feel everything that I was feeling. And I don't know, from a man who he's a little bit older and he writes very powerful stories with full of emotion, and he's just such a kind person. And the way that he made me feel like I was so capable. And then when I read it out loud over a Zoom of like 50 people, I had everybody in tears.
Yeah.
And I actually started crying at one point talking about my grandfather. And I was able to slow myself down and just say, like, just you're supposed to be doing this right now. Keep reading it. And I was able to wipe my tears, but still process in a healthy manner. And I felt so free after doing that. Like, and
Mhm.
the amount of people that were talking to me saying, like, you are doing like God's work. You are like I judged a book by its cover, so I wasn't crazy because I get judged.
Yeah.
110% I get judged.
Yeah.
And that's all right. That's not my business. That's fine. That's typically somebody's perception, and I don't want everybody to like me, honestly,
Yeah. Same.
because that means I'm being convenient to
Yeah.
everybody, and that's not what I'm here for. So, yeah, I took the leap, and so I'm just gonna read the first three little paragraphs, and then I can tell you where to get it. If you want to hear my voice actually narrating and me crying, if you want to know what that sounds like, set it as your ringtone. So here it goes. There are moments in life that don't just shape us, they carve us. They build our grit, and if we're lucky, our grace. For those of us who grew up walking on eggshells, you might know what it feels like to scan every room for threat. It has a name: hypervigilance. Hypervigilance is what happens when our natural fight or flight instinct goes into overdrive. It can feel like a curse, but over time, with therapy, education, and faith, I've come to see it differently. For me, it became a superpower. Here's how. And then the next little heading is called survival mode. If you would like to listen to me read this, it's about 5 minutes long, story, you can go to greatdames.com and just type in Samantha Fox or a little bit of grit and a whole lot of grace, or go to at Sam Fox Strong on Instagram. And if you scroll down a little bit, it's there. I'll probably pin it to the top, but
We
yeah.
we gonna make it very accessible to everybody.
It's
Listen,
I'm super vulnerable in it, and honestly,
that's good.
I'm really proud of myself
That's the
for
real.
doing it. Like, because yeah, like life can be a lot, and writing, it can be so beautiful,
Yeah.
like an art, and it can be
People,
so poetic if you let it.
yes, people need the real. People want the real. And my
Yeah.
co-host Kristina, who's not here today,
Aw.
would love you guys to meet each other. She got me into journaling,
Yeah.
and she's such a I say this is one of her strong suits. Such a good writer, such a good speaker, in
Oh,
my
I love that.
opinion. What's up, Kristina? Big up to Kristina.
Oh, I wonder if
Uh,
she'd want to come on Great Dames.
Maybe, yeah, I'll tell her. I'm gonna see her
It's
later tonight
cool.
at the game.
Nice.
But she got me into journaling, and it does feel a lot better to get those thoughts out
Yeah.
and things like that.
What you
So,
been writing about?
just my life. I
Mm,
want to write a TV show eventually about like my dating experience, like my life, like
I
dating.
love that.
We gotta talk outside a
You'd
little
be
bit.
good at
Yeah,
you'd be good at that,
you know what I mean.
honestly. Yeah, you'd be good at that.
The little like the mysterious
Hold on,
transparency,
I gotta get the trash
non-transparency.
can.
Um, but I've been writing about my life a little bit, and just things I'm thinking, and things I've been through, and just putting it out there. And I feel like for me, when I write something, I put it in a place, and it's no longer kind of like in my head. I can like
I
free up
love
the
that.
space to do
Yeah.
something else. You know
That's
what I
why
mean?
we use
Yeah,
notes on the iPhone
exactly. So
every
and I
day.
have the notes right here.
Love that.
So.